Today, we're going to talk about artificial selection, a process that humans have been using for thousands of years. Has anyone heard the term selective breeding before?
Yeah, doesn't that mean people choose which animals or plants to breed?
Exactly. Artificial selection, also known as selective breeding, is when humans choose specific animals or plants with desirable traits and breed them to pass those traits on to future generations. It's like we're directing evolution to suit our needs. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're a dairy farmer and you want your cows to produce more milk. You'd select cows that are already good milk producers, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. If you pick the best cows, their babies should produce more milk too.
It can combine traits from different animals too. Take sheep, for example. Some sheep are raised for their wool, while others are raised for meat.
So can you combine them?
Absolutely. A breeder might breed a male sheep that's known for producing lots of meat with a female sheep that has great wool. Some of their offspring will have a combination of these traits. Over generations, if you keep selecting the sheep that have both a lot of meat and wool, you'll end up with a line of sheep that are both meaty and woolly.
That sounds cool, but isn't that kind of unnatural?
In nature, this process is called natural selection, and the environment plays the role of selector. Individuals with traits best suited to survive in their environment tend to reproduce more, passing on their advantageous traits. This helps species adapt over time. The key difference is that with artificial selection, humans are the ones choosing which traits are passed on. In natural selection, it's the environment that determines which individuals are better adapted and more likely to survive and reproduce.
So animals from artificial selection might not survive in the wild?
Exactly, because they're selected for traits humans find useful, like more meat or more milk. They may not be as well adapted to live outside of controlled environments. They often rely on humans for food, shelter, and care. So to recap, natural selection is when nature decides which traits help an organism survive in its environment. Artificial selection is when humans decide which traits are desirable, often for farming or domestication purposes. By understanding both processes, we can see how humans have influenced the evolution of species around us, from the food we eat to the animals we raise.
Wow, I didn't realize we've been doing this for so long.
Any questions before we move on to a fun project where you get to design your own artificially selected species? Make the background music chill music.